You know, not only has he got lots of old buildings and things, but you know, you look down here. He's got a whole train. Sort of quite, you know, these old carriages. You know, look at all these old carriages. All the families and women in their long dresses and bonnet hats, and men in their, you know, coats and hats. You know, travelling between Adelaide and Melbourne and all these places. It's just makes you think, doesn't it? Well, let's go in here. Let's see what we've got up here. Just come into another street now. I'll just do a bit of a pan around because I want you to see. Now you've got to remember that this guy Peter Squire, his name is. I'll just go down here. This guy Peter Squire is 80 years of old, and over 30 years he's built this himself. You serious? This is just amazing. So what we've got here, a hotel. Well, let's go in here and have a bit of a look at the hotel. Wow, look at this sassy creature. Well, there's probably been plenty of blokes come in here and said hello to you, but they said you're a bit stuck up, you don't say much, so, well, that's alright, we'll live with that. So here we have the old bar taps. You know, famous old, look at the picture of the old fella there standing at the bar in the old days. Old beer bottles. You know, even in modern day today, you know, even in modern day today, you know, blokes love, well, I don't, I've never been a beer drinker or a bar person, but blokes love going to the bar and sitting there and talking to the women and drinking their beer, and, well, I respect that's what guys like. It's fair enough, you know, but this is what it was like, you know, just what it was like. Down here we've got the old chairs, perfect to sit around, have a bit of a talk. That's the thing in the pub, you know. Old poker machine. You know, this is what a lounge was like in a pub. That's why they're called a lounge. It's because in the old days, in the old pubs, they actually had a lounge where you'd go down there and you'd sit down and have a drink. One of the rooms you could probably rent, stay there for a night. Dining room. You know, pubs haven't changed much. They sell beer, sell food. This would be all the pub meals would have been prepared. All those things I can't quite get around the corner, but bathroom, stay the night, wash your clothes, have a bath. Yeah, very good. Let's go. Just walking back towards the front door. It's just nice, isn't it? I think we looked in that bedroom. The old pub. This is an actual hotel. Gee, every time I walk around the corner and I feel like something's there, someone's there. Well, they are, but I just don't say much. But that's alright. Old chocolate wheel. Used to buy a ticket. Spend the ticket if it stopped on your number. Things haven't changed much when you think about it. They've just got more modern. But just remember that. Go down the pub, you go to the lounge. That's why it was called a lounge. It's because it had a lounge in it. That is what it was like. People used to come and sit in these places. Okay, well that's the hotel. You know, I don't see things like this much these days, but it's locked, I can't open it. But you know, we live in such a modern world, but hang on, I'll try and get a bit of a look through the window. You go down the corner, and every suburb will have lots of those red phone boxes. You go down the corner and put your 20 cents in, make a phone call. Quite interesting. This next building, it says, is an emporium. I'm not sure what they mean by emporium, but let's have a bit of a look here. Bell's Emporium. 3 reconstructed houses, came from South Australia, built in 1900. The interior came from Scrapnell's Emporium, Talamunda, Miller Anderson's. in Henley Street, Adelaide. Let's go and have a look. Okay then, Emporium. So what would this be like? An Emporium would be a bit like a, wow, like a general store. A bit like a Kmart, Target, you name it, sort of thing. You'd come here, you buy your clothes, your fabrics, shoes. I see shoes over there. Obviously a few things here, you know. An Emporium is probably a bit like a general store, I suppose, but with a few extras. But I think we'll go in and I'll keep it running, and I'll go down to the next door. Menswear. There we go. So this is put together from 3 buildings, so it's probably a bit made up, but it's to give you the idea, isn't it? I see a sign a bit further down. It says toys and gifts. No. Wow, all the little prams little girls used to have. Tricycles, tricycle bikes. And this is, you know, this would be like the baby shop in the old days. You'd come and buy a bed. Look at all them little beautiful clothes. And they're real old clothes. You know, they're probably from the early 1900s. Wedding section. Gosh, looks like I don't know what that was. Put the baby in and keep the flies off them, I suppose. Check out those prams. Now when I was a kid, we used to have a pram like that. My mate and I used to push it. I had a friend who lived not far away, and one of us would sit in there and he'd push it. We'd just be racing up and down the footpath all day, having a great time. As we see a bit further is, I won't go down there, but as you can see, it's like a ladies' dress shop. All the modern clothing of those times. You know, they used to wear, if you look in the distance, shawls around their, like furs around their thing, and hats and gloves, and yeah, it's pretty good. Wedding section. Not sure what she's doing. Maybe she used to take the money. Good on you. All right, let's press on and have a bit of a look-see.